Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Once again, my name is Uriel Romano. I'm a Rabbinical student from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I'm working with Rabbi Manes Cohen here at Hillcrest Jewish Center for a couple of months. Last week, we discussed about Parashat Truma. And in Parashat Truma, we saw all the equipment, all the things that should be built to the tabernacle, to the Mishkan. But now, in Parashat Tetzaveh, the Torah continues telling us not about what should be in the Mishkan, but which are the garments, which are the clothes that the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, should wear. So they describe in detail every little garment. And I want to focus with you today, and I want to share with you today just one very little garment. One that went in the front of the Kohen Gadol. It says in Shmot 36, chapter 28, Pasuk, versicle 36, the following. ועשית ציץ זהב טהור, ופיתחת עליו פיתוחי חותם, קודש לאדוני. You shall make a frontlet of pure gold, and engrave on it the seal inscription, Holy to the Lord. So apparently, all the high priests, beginning with Aaron, had something in their heads, in the front, that said, Kodesh LaAdonai. So many rabbis ask, why? And one of the reasons that they say, the rabbi who says this is Rabbi Eli Munk, a rabbi from Paris, of the mid-centuries of the 20th century. And he says the following: this is a two-way relationship between God and His people. In one way of the relation, God is telling us, I have you in my mind. You are always present in my mind. I have you here. Even though maybe you cannot see me, you cannot feel my presence. Even if I'm distant sometimes, you are present in my mind. But for the people of Israel, why it was engraved to our own head, Kodesh LaAdonai? Because now we have to know that all our acts, all our deeds, should be for the sake of heaven. Leshem Shamayim, as the rabbi of the Talmud used to say. Every little action should be to try to make this world more holy. So now we know what the Tzitz is. It's an engraved in the forehead of the Kohen Gadol that says Kodesh LaAdonai. And the question is, why did the Kohen Gadol have to wear this Tzitz? What's the meaning? And in the Torah is written that the Tzitz bring atonement for the sins of the people of Israel. That this special garment was a kind of garment that brought the forgiveness when the people of Israel sinned. But the question is, if the Kohen Gadol, if that person, let's say Aaron, didn't make anything bad, why he should be responsible for the acts of others? Because the rabbis tell us, for good or for bad, everyone in a society is responsible for the whole society. And the greater position you have, you are much more responsible. And the highest position at that time was the Kohen Gadol. You cannot say, I'm not responsible, I didn't know. He should know better. The leader who is responsible for his community, for his family, for his people, for his society, should be responsible in some kind of the transgression of his people. And Rabbi Abraham Yeshua Heschel, one of the greatest rabbis of the 20th century, taught us that maybe in a democratic society we are not all guilty, but we are all responsible. And if we have a greater position, we are much more responsible. So then the final question is, now we don't have a high priest. We don't have a Kohen Gadol. Where is the Tzitz? And in the beginning of this Parsha, the Torah tells us that the Ner Tamid, that the light should be eternal. And so the garments of the Kohen Gadol should be eternal. But now that we don't have Kohen Gadol, each one of us is like a Kohen Gadol. Each one of us is the last responsible and the first responsible of his own acts. We cannot say, I didn't know. I could know better. We have to say, we are responsible. We have to say, we have to put in our front Kodesh LaAdonai every time, to make sure that we are responsible for our acts, and every deed that we do should be in the sake of heaven. Shabbat Shalom to everyone, and bless you all.